Hey guys, back with another video. In today's look, I'm going to be showing you how to get this fall pumpkin spice latte look. I use the MorpheXJaclynHill Vault collection. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, continue watching. This is the Ring the Alarm palette. It has more oranges and reds, and that's kind of just my go-to thing. That's what I prefer with my eyes. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with just a fluffier brush, and we're going to go into the color Rush. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it into my crease, and I'm going to start blending it just directly in my crease because I want to keep that color kind of controlled there at the moment. And once all the product is off the brush, I'm going to continue to blend, but working it further up towards my brow bone to diffuse the color and soften it and make it really blended. So I'm just working in windshield wiper motions from each corner of my eye, and you can never blend too much. You honestly can just sit here and blend all day and it's gonna look better. Okay, so now that we have that in our crease and kind of blended out and blown out, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of a deeper orange, and it is Alert. And I'm still using the same brush, I'm not changing brushes. And this I want to keep even lower than the shade I did before because it gets darker, and the darker colors you use, you want to keep them closer to the base of your eye and on your eyelid. So now that I've achieved a good base color and what I like, I will now take a little bit of a deeper color, and we're going to go in with Secret, and we're still using the same brush, and I'm just barely going to tap in there, not much at all, and I'm still going to tap off the excess. I'm just using soft tapping motions just because we don't want that color to be super dark and harsh, but just enough to deepen our outer corner. I will softly take my brush once there's not a ton of product left on it and flip it a little bit towards my brow bone. That way we can get that more pulled up shape, and that's going to help lift our eyes up. Now I'm happy with the way this looks, and I want to add a little bit of shimmer and a pop of color on my lid. And to do this, I like to use concealer. I put concealer down first, and if you will, I cut the crease. But you can totally skip this step, it's not necessary. It's just something I like to do and what I've done in my makeup routine for a little while now, and I just like it. It makes the shimmer eyeshadows pop a little bit more. But I'm just going to take concealer, and this is the same thing I use under my eyes, and then just take it on a soft little dome shaped brush, and I will apply that all over my lid. I'm keeping this tucked right in my crease, and right here in this front part I will go just a hair higher because my eyelids are a little bit hooded, and I tend to transfer up on that part of my lid anyways, so if I put my concealer up to that spot right there, it'll keep that shimmer controlled so it won't transfer as bad. And don't worry if it's not absolutely perfect, because we're going to go back with those shades that we blended with in the first part, and after the shimmers are on, we'll blend that top line out, so you're not going to see this concealer whatsoever. Okay, so now that I have the concealer placed where I want it, I'm going to take the shade on camera on another dome-shaped eyeshadow brush. The bristles are a little more packed and tight in there, and a trick I like to do to make the shimmers just pop a little bit is I'll take my setting spray and I'll just spray it just a little bit to wet it down, and then I'm just going to take that and apply it on top of the concealer. So with putting the concealer down, I'm making sure that I have the best canvas for this color to really show its full potential and give off the most pigment. Okay, so you totally stop right here with the shimmer, but I'm going to be extra because that's me. I'm going to take this bottom shade over here, but with this color, I'm going to focus it just literally on the center of my eye and more towards the outside edge. And now I know I have a harsh line right there, but what I'll do is actually take the brush once I've gotten most of the pigment off of it, and then softly blend where that line is right there, and it'll diffuse it and make it look a lot more blended. Just like that. So now I'm completely done with my shimmers. I'm going to go back to that very original brush I was using to do all my transition shades with, and I'm going to go back into that darkest color again, Secret, and just take just a little bit of that and blend that on the outside edge to help us fuse together the shimmers and the mattes. And now that most of that eyeshadow is off of my brush now, I'm going to take whatever's left and blend from the top of the shimmer line into the mattes, and that'll help soften that super harsh line that you see there too. My eyeshadow is pretty much done. It's about where I would stop. You can continue to blend. You're going to get an even more diffused look, and of course it's going to look even more flawless. But now I'm going to smoke out my bottom lash line. You can skip this. A lot of people, if you've got really smaller eyes, this can tend to close them in even more, and you don't want to do that. But I really like the look of a blown out under eye. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into that darkest shade we used, called Secret, and really tightly put that right on my bottom lash line. But I'm going to stop about 3/4 of the way in because I don't want to go too far. I want that inner corner of my eye to stay really light and bright. We're just going to take that lightest shade Rush that we used in the beginning and put that on a small fluffy brush and blend out that dark shade so that it's not so harsh underneath our eyes. Excuse my ugly faces. So now we have a really soft and blended under eye. If you wanted to, you could totally skip the step of putting the darkest shade on there first and strictly go with that light shade to still help blend everything in, but you won't have that deep dark look under your eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Armed and Gorgeous, still the MorpheXJaclyn collection, and go into the shade VIP, and I'm going to use that on my brow bone and on my inner corner. When you're highlighting your brow bones, you want to start in the arch of your brows and then softly diffuse it towards either end, but focusing most of your product right underneath your brow. So to end this look, you're going to want to do mascara for sure, but I'm going to pop on some lashes too. And I'm going to do this off camera, and I will go into a more detailed video later of how I put eyelashes on. But for the sake of this video, keeping it more eyeshadow related, I will do this off camera. I've got my eyelashes on, and I'm complete from the nose up. So to finish off everything, I am going to line my lips and put a lip color on. And for my liner, I'm using Milani Nude. I'm literally like almost out of this. This is what I use all the time. But it's very natural. It matches my lip color actually, so it's not going to look much different, but it helps to allow your lipstick to stick on there and stay in those lines and last a little bit longer. I'm going to go in with lipstick using the Flower brand, and this is shade 025 Warm Sand, and this is a matte lip color. This is also one of my favorites, and this is very similar to the liner color, just a little bit softer. So that completes today's look. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you can use these tips on your own. I will list all the products that were used today down below in the box. If there are any other looks that you would like to see, put it in the comments below and I will definitely do them for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So that's it? I'm done? It's a wrap. See you guys in my next video.